Hello, hello. Alright, let's get started. We have probably still a long way to go for this one, but I'm excited. I had to let my voice rest for a little bit after work. I talk for like almost the entire time, but here we go. I'm wearing a Hello Kitty sweater. So February 24th, 12:14 p.m. District Courtroom number 9. We're back. The court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. Emma didn't come back. Allow me to call the next witness to the stand. The officer in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime. Oh, God. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Okay. Me, partner? Oh, I'm just a man. Same as you. Wandering the trails of civilization. Just say your job. You dumb old cowpoke. Occasionally helping the elderly cross intersections when needed. Yes, we get it. Oh, I know. You're a patrolman. As for my name, if you listen hard enough, you can hear the howling wind calling it out. Marshall. To be exact, it's Jake Marshall, Your Honor. Howling wind? I've never heard Edgeworth described that way before. Now, Mr. Marshall, let me ask you something. You were in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day the crime took place. Is this correct? According to the papers, partner. What do you mean? A desperado soul is as boundless as the desert sands. No paper can sum it up. Maybe it's best we get on with this quickly. Please share with us your testimony of the day of the crime. In plain old English. I'm sure in plain old Japanese. Okay, the day of the crime. My job was to keep a wary eye on that bone orchard. They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Alright, you're just saying you're not doing shit? Besides, the room's protected by 2 security systems anyway. Alright, then you're fired. I hate you. I know, like, I'm already angry. It's like, well, there's already some cameras watching, so I don't even have to be there. Bro, you could have prevented a murder. Okay, if I remember right, I was at the street side saloon at the time it went down. So you went to the bar. You went to go... It's even worse that he went to go get, like, alcohol. Like, sure, if he went to get a coffee... No, that would be pretty petty, too. You know... I'm just an innocent traveling man. So if you're out of ammo, it's time I hit the trail. No! I'm gonna staple your foot to the floor. Just your stupid boots. I was like, I don't even know if he's wearing boots. I'm like, I already know he's wearing boots. Oh, hey. I know, right? Like, I'm so angry about that. I can't say I particularly care for your attitude. Yeah, he's like a 12-year-old. Can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining. Bro, just shut up. I hate you. Wait a minute. What do you mean by 2 security systems? Oh yeah, he did say 2. He only showed us one. Oh. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't like the cowboy. He's very annoying. Now, like before I feel like, okay, to me he feels like the owl in Kapora Gabora and Ocarina of Time, where you act like when he says like, "Do you understand?" and you say no, and you're like, "Wait, no, I meant yes." Then you have to go through the whole fucking dialogue. See, I reckon even a cowpoke like you knows about those. Apparently, you don't even know how to work them, and you work there. All right. Yes. Well, what about the fingerprint activated locks on the evidence lockers? You gotta speak in red text, you guys. Fingerprint activated locks? What kind of newfangled doohickeys are those? He's not being very... You work there. He's not that good with machines or with following orders. I mean, sure, but that's not a valid weakness. I think that everyone got their weaknesses now, don't they, Mr. Prosecutor? Yeah, this one seems like trouble. Okay, Mr. Wright, he's all yours. Fucking... Alright. Gonna... So hold it. Hold it! See. How exactly did you keep an eye on the evidence room? Since you weren't even there. I just made sure nothing moved in the security camera monitor. That room's so still. Even time dies in there. I was just a caretaker who interred the recordings. You interred them? I think I'm saying that right. Videos of nothing aren't that useful. When the time would come, I'd erase the tape. If nothing unusual is recorded, tapes are to be erased every 6 hours. I mean, that's kind of a short amount of time. Each time I erased the tape, it felt like I was erasing a part of my life. Alright, this guy has a flair for the dramatic, but it isn't going to do him any good. So, in actuality, you don't physically enter the evidence room? Okay, then what did you actually do? See, but you made your rounds on the day of the crime, right? No. Ain't you heard a word I said, partner? I told you that that ain't my style. I'm afraid I don't understand. No desperado I know lets rules get in his way. No desperados I know would join the police force. Yeah. So, Officer Marshall, on the day of the crime? Just between you and me, I didn't set a foot in the evidence room that day. There was a rubber glove stuck to the victim's locker. Do you know anything about that? Sorry, partner. Can't say I do. Alright, then why are you here? Get out. You're fired. Turn in your gun and badge. Sheriff. I haven't been in that crypt in weeks. How does this guy avoid being fired? Okay, hold it. You used to be a detective, so you've used the evidence room in the past, correct? Of course. Back in the day, my locker was a gold mine of evidence. Oh, yeah. I mean, I feel like he should be fired now. You know? Like, he blatantly refuses to do his job. and he's been shaving his face in court. That is disgusting. You know, like, that's hair. Facial hair. Ugh. And yet, you didn't know about the fingerprint locking mechanism? I guess it's new. Within the past 2 years? Sorry, partner. I ain't good with machines. I couldn't even tell you how. I refuse to believe that's true. I'm just stunned. I couldn't even tell you how a bike works. It's not even there's no electricity in some bikes. That's quite incredible. Yeah. Okay, the sensors on the locker handles cannot be seen. It's well known that some detectives are unaware of their presence. Now that he mentions it, Detective Gumshoe said something like that too. Oh, hey. No kidding, yeah. And go have fun at the pub. So, oh yeah. Ugh. At any rate, it doesn't seem that this is relevant to the crime. Can you tell us what you were doing when the crime took place? If I remember right, I was at a street-side saloon at the time it went down. So what were you doing in a place like that? Yeah, that's my... Oh my god. I'm so angry. Alright, Papyrus. I was eating spaghetti. Not even angel steak lunches can beat that parlor's vongole sepia pasta. Is it like sepia toned pasta? I don't know. You don't mean to tell us you abandoned your police duties to eat some noodles? I mean, that's about as similar to the time I saw, like, literally, like, 4 HPD, HPD is notorious for being absolute shit. But just 4 of them zooming down like a major, I guess freeways. I always get those two confused. But essentially, I was going the same way. I kind of ended up catching up with them. They stopped at a fucking Shipley's. Like, are you kidding me? I was, like, I didn't know. I tried to call, like, the non-emergency line. I'm like, hey, you know, I don't know if this call will do any fucking single thing. But I just saw a squadron of police cars pull into a Shipley's. Maybe check in on them or something. Make sure there's nothing going on over there. But they're like, no, we can't do anything. I'm like, alright, thanks for nothing. Like, I didn't want to get mad at her. But I was mad at her as well. Because you're like, no, we can't do anything. Like, I had the license plate number and everything. You know, numbers. Not all desperados eat tacos, partner. I'm sure more desperados eat tacos than spaghetti. Probably. See, that's not what I meant. I hope this has at least taught you a lesson. See, that's strange. This is usually where Edgeworth says, did you not want a raise this year? Oh, he's just biding his time. No. See, out of ammo. Officer Marshall? That's right, partner. Or as you'd call it, evidence. If you plan to pin me to this crime, then you'd better draw. Otherwise, you're just wasting my time. My steel horse is waiting to carry me back west into the sunset. One thing seems clear. Despite being responsible for guarding the evidence room, the witness doesn't appear to have seen anything. I mean, he has the tape, right? I mean, I took a screenshot of that. Texans don't take orders from anyone. Everyone knows that. See, apparently your superiors don't. He even said he's not from Texas. So, okay, I have a trump card up my sleeve, so I'd best keep my cool. So, before I use it though, I'd better up the ante. Okay. What am I supposed to be? Approach protected. Two security systems. Oh, the security video. Wait. Show dark killings. Okay. Oh, wait. Where's the video? Okay, I'm gonna save here. Just in case I goof it up. Okay. So if I remember right, I was at a street side saloon. No. Okay, I'm gonna present the videotape. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Oopsie. So, yes. Was one of them not working or something? A piece is missing. Evidence locker. Let me see. Maybe I could present it. No. Oops. Haha. So I'm just an innocent traveling man. So maybe no. I think we're a little too early for that. Maybe this thing? Sensor room protected. Ammo. I'm trying to figure out what's connected here. Yeah, let me talk through again. Used to be a detective, so you used the evidence room in the past, correct? Locker. You didn't know about the fingerprints. Okay, Gumshoe said something like that too. Not relevant, apparently. What the heck? What the heck? No. I think I did that already. What do I do here? Street side saloon. Rooms protected. Maybe the locker? No. Okay. Set of systemic grounds. Bone orchard. I have so much evidence now. Marshall. Oh, Marshall fingerprints. Okay. 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 I see it. I see it. I see it. Fingerprints? Fingerprints! So having to bang up. Oh god. I do not wish to be in your position. I'm done with school. I finished grad school, so that's it. I'm not getting a PhD. That's stupid. So, Officer Marshall, it doesn't strike you as odd? That is, you being called in to testify like this? He knows he's in trouble. After all, you weren't in the security room at the time of the crime. And yet you dragged me down here. Explain yourself, partner. See, it's quite simple. You left a very large trail behind at the scene. Oh, yes you did. Or to be exact, a handprint. Ooh. Listen real good, partner. Like I said, I'm the caretaker of that crypt. I pay my respects. That is, make my rounds about once a month? Okay, that's like criminal negligence. I mean, like, oops. See, it's only natural my fingerprints would. I mean, wouldn't it wear off after a month? Like, I don't know how long fingerprints last, technically. Like, if you don't wipe it away or don't clean it. I'm sure enough dust would settle around it, but I don't know. Nope. I only wish it were, officer. It was blood. Or semen. I hope it's blood. See, but you see, your fingerprints were covered in blood. Yeah, if you spray the luminol fluid over that, you will see it. It'll glow. Chocolate? Oh, yeah. See, witness, what's the meaning of this? Your blood-stained fingerprints were at the crime scene? The blood was wiped away. However, a luminal test clearly revealed this. Yeah. Hopefully it's blood. Or we'll know what Officer Marshall really does with his free time. Well, Officer Marshall? It seems to me there ain't a person in this room with a head on his shoulders. Oh. I take it you have an explanation then, Officer Marshall? About the blood-stained fingerprints? Got a paper cut. Then decided to give a locker a high five. Say, very well. You may begin your testimony about your fingerprints found at the scene of the crime. Yeah, Marshall's hella sus. See, like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room. One of them just happened to be at the same place as the bloodstained handprint. Okay. The murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance. Alright, so next you're gonna say the elephant that's about to walk into the room wasn't brought in by the circus? See, the blood stain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Or didn't you know that the murderer was wearing gloves? That's even more suspicious, dude. See, I had nothing to do with it. That's the worst argument I've ever heard in my fucking life. And I used to go to a Christian school where we practiced apologetics, which is basically learning how to talk to non-Christians on why Christianity is the way to go. Yeah, that was a nightmare. But this argument makes less sense than that. Or maybe equal to. The witness's explanation appears valid, although there's room for doubt. Life wouldn't be fun without any doubt, partner. Press, what's the button? Press X to doubt. Press X. See, the defense may now cross-examine the witness. Oh yeah, I went for the whole time, even college. I didn't really have a choice. I was told it's either that school or nothing, and so I chose that college. You know, because I wanted to go to college and not have to get a job right away. Still had to get a job, but I could use school as an excuse to be not so serious. See, this guy is hiding something. I can feel it. See, now's my chance to prove it. Although, like, I think back on it sometimes, and the projects I had to do my senior year of high school were, like, 10 times more difficult than any project I did in college. You know, because, like, they were so, like, that was decided if you graduated high school or not. But one of them was where we had to, like, it was, like, literally getting married to a classmate, sort of. But I had to get proposed to as the girl, and all I did was get yelled at. It was like, just like my name, and like, "Well, I love you. Will you marry me?" I'm like, "All right, okay." But it was so embarrassing that day. It was the worst. And then I had to do the entire project myself because I had a terrible partner because I didn't have any friends at school. So I just got picked with someone who didn't already get requested. See, that's because you, how do you put it, pay your respects once a month? Yeah, that's right. That and one more thing. That locker happens to be mine. That doesn't make it any better. Not gonna lie. But then, so it was the marriage project, and then we had to do like a married life project with that same partner. I know what it feels like to be married, like for real, and I'm like, I don't want that. I don't want to feel like I'm just waiting for someone to like actually do their job, and then just they do it. That was Bible class, the marriage and family. I guess family economics you could call it, because you'd have to roll a dice, and that would be how many kids you got, like a d6, and if you got 6, you could roll again, like some sort of like double or nothing sort of thing, and if you roll another 6, you get 12 kids. And luckily, I rolled a 3. So I'm like, I'm not re-rolling. Like you were allowed to re-roll once or something like that. And I'm like, nah, this 3 is fine. And then we had our economics project where we had to start a business, get a business prep. For us, we did it was kind of like decorate your own cupcake sort of thing, kind of like the ice cream bars, like at the swirl ice cream, but for cupcakes, essentially. And we'd have it be like a study place, like kind of like Starbucks, but cozier. But yeah, those 3 particular projects, I just wake up in the morning like, I am so glad I don't have to do that ever again. So, what do you mean? I mean what I said. That's the locker I used when I was a detective. The locker. Why do you have the locker? Why do you have this locker? You're not a detective anymore. All that's in there now, though, is a heap of broken dreams. Okay? Stop shaving your face. So, I see. It'd be strange if my prints weren't all over that locker. So apparently his fingerprint data was never removed from that locker's programming. Then how does he not know how it works? He got his fingerprint scanned on the shit, and he knows how to get into the locker. I hate this man. Like, he's shaving his jawbone. So he must have been using the fingerprint lock all this time without ever knowing it. Oh, well, I guess who does wear fingerless gloves? So he would just grab the handle and not knowing it's fingerprint. I don't buy it at all, but I'll let him say it. Okay, Marshall's fingerprints. I found a blade fingerprints on locker. Okay. Okay. Like, the perfectly in the same spot. Alright. So then, what about the bloody handprint? Wasn't mine. It's no mystery. So, please explain. My locker's covered with my fingerprints. It just so happened in the exact spot. The chances of that happening are 1,000,000 to 1. On the contrary, one could argue just the opposite. The chances of that not happening are 1,000,000 to 1. That's not how odds work. Get one thing straight, partner. You ain't gonna get no reward from me with a mere fingerprint. You wanna know why? Oh. That's a big fat lie. Unrelated. They're as different as night and day. Kinda like cereal and cereal. Alright. One's got to deal with breakfast while the other's a type of murder.
He's right. Although seemingly alike, they're totally different.
So you're talking about words where we're talking about fingerprints. I know, right? Yeah, that's what I was about. I was like, how does that have to do with fingerprints? Like, what? I don't know, see what homonyms have to do with this. I mean, what are their fingerprints? How do you know that? I may be a loner, but I still do my job. I keep up on the reports. You literally just said you don't do your job. Literally just said. See, there was a blood stain at the scene, thought to be left by the murderer. That's right. It was found on Detective Gumshoe's locker. However, no fingerprints were detected on that handprint. Oh yeah, I think we tried that too.
So that would mean the murderer, wearing gloves, happened to place their hand on top of Officer Marshall's fingerprint.
Okay, that's the only logical conclusion. Are you starting to get the picture, partner? Are you? Like, the picture? The seal of blood in the desert is just food for the buzzards. What? There's only one reality, and that's this. The security tape. So long as my trail isn't in there, you can't say otherwise. So you're saying you already covered over the tape, right?
This isn't getting us anywhere, Mr. Wright. Please consider carefully where you're going with this cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now then, continue your testimony, Officer Marshall.
Jesus Christ, there's so much information. What do you mean by that? You want to tie me to this crime? Isn't that right, partner? Okay, I can totally see Marshall as the guy who fought with Meekins. Because he already seems like trigger happy as hell. If so, that video is the only direct evidence you have. But that video is next to useless. It's full of blind spots.
Blind spots?
Places you can't see. The camera's panning back and forth. The floor isn't shown. Yeah, this is a shitty ass camera. If someone was familiar with the camera's position, they could leave the room without being caught on tape. Yeah, I guess you could crawl on the floor. We don't have time for your speculations, Mr. Wright.
Well, Mr. Wright, you can show us the evidence in this video that indicates Officer Marshall is present.
Spy Marshall. Okay. I'm gonna show evidence. Very well. Yeah, I'm saving. So allow me... Wait. Just in case. Allow me to point out your mistake, Officer Marshall. Tread carefully, Mr. Wright, or you might wind up being the one making the mistake. So now then, let's have another look at the video. You know what? I'm just gonna save over it. Okay. Show us how this incriminating evidence of the witness. Oh no, I get the thingy. Oh wait. I know it. What? Oh. See. Okay, so that's empty. Boom, bam, 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 bam. He's like shuddering. Yeah, his collar is up, so you can't see. Bam, 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 bam. Oh God. I actually kind of feel bad for Meekins a little bit. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, it had to be him. Wait, oh, I did the wrong thing. Wait, did I do it? Oh no. No. I did the wrong thing. I meant deposit. Yeah, oops. I meant to press B, not X. Oh wait, I can fast forward a little bit. Man. What? I need to wait for him to walk back. Nope. Fast forward. Okay. Bam, 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 bam. So right. Did I get it? I got it. So, bringing our attention back to the security camera. It is a mistake I'm afraid you'll soon not forget, Officer Marshall. I knew it. You weren't eating spaghetti. That's like the biggest lie I've ever heard. Like, no one eats spaghetti in the middle of the day. That's a dinner food. No. I'm just gonna take a screenshot whenever he mentions Texas at all. I mean, the days are about as long as everything else, actually shorter since it's December. And so are our tempers. Could you sum up what you have to say in 8 words or less? You did the crime in the evidence room. There. Hey. Very well. You can clearly be seen in this video. You gotta say red text, man. You can clearly be seen in this video. Exactly 8 words. Not bad, partner. The key lies in a certain locker shown in the video. Whoopsie doodle. That locker with the white cloth sticking. Oh wait, nope. That's Judge. That locker with the white cloth sticking out. That was the witnesses, I believe. Now then, let's rewind the video a bit. Probably ducked down as the camera was turning. So it's shoved in a locker. And now he's out of there before the camera pans over. Oh, no, not yet. Oh.
Oh, the white cloth. It's gone.
Do I have a favorite character? I mean, I can't think of any like side characters right now. A lot of Heart's really funny. Butts is really. I kind of like Butts, honestly. He's very funny. He's just the character that's fun to shit on. He's got that all over him. Poor guy. But he also, I think he also knows this very well. I think he uses that to his advantage, make people pity him.
What's the meaning of this, Officer Marshall?
When the crime took place, the white cloth wasn't there. Although I'm kind of familiar with the characters that show up in the next game, I do think Pearl is really cute. She's very cute. I almost named my kitten Pearl. Too innocent for this world. Then it suddenly appeared. There's only one explanation. Oh, Will Powers, I did like him too. Like kind of the goofy oaf kind of character. Yep. And that's always very true. See, Officer Marshall, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime. What's more, you opened your locker when the camera was turned away. Yep. No, not Harry Butts, it's Larry Butts. What? Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's wearing dumbass boots. Oh. Something. I don't know what the judge said. So hold your horses. Sorry, partner. Well, you got the wrong man. No, he didn't. So what if my locker was opened? Then you would have at least seen... Okay. Okay. No. Please, sir. Stop pointing your finger guns at me. That's very rude. The murderer needed to hide something, so he opened a locker and stuck it in. So you left your locker open? It's not my fault he happened to choose mine. You're just lying so badly. Why is everyone staring at me like I'm a wanted man? Oh, this guy isn't just playing dumb. He really doesn't know. I hate to rain on your parade, but you're the only person who can open that particular locker. Oh yeah? I call your bluff. You say I opened that locker? Now prove it. Boop-a-doo-doo-boop-boo. So, fingerprint sensor? Did you just think you could open any locker? You're just being a nice guy that you didn't. We talked about this earlier today, and you said you didn't know how it worked. See, the lockers can only be opened by the detectives they belong to. What kind of crazy talk is this? Well, Detective Gumshoe did mention something about this. In any case, wait, what? The Boston accent. Okay. In any case, the lockers aren't that obvious. Yeah. There are even some people on the force that don't even know about the fingerprint locks. So, Sheriff, what do you have to say? In 8 words or less? Is that, did you bring like beef jerky or is that a wallet? No! That, I didn't press the A button for that one.
Order, 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 witness, explain yourself.
Is that leather or is that, because like sometimes like instead of like biting wood, leather is a substitute that's often used, like if you need to, or bite the bullets, or it's very it looks like a little looks like a hello yeah or bark, yeah. I assure you, this is no joke, Officer Marshall. Now then, please tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime. Oh.
Olay! Please answer the question.
Why did she say Olay? Why do you say that? So what is he now, a bullfighter? That's all right, Officer Marshall. I believe we can figure the rest out from here.
We can?
Have a look at these floor plans.
Look at this photograph.
So there's no place for someone to hide in the evidence room. Yeah, Officer Meekins didn't see Officer Marshall.
So, if that's so, then, where was the witness?
It seems Mr. Wright has an answer. And that's right. The only possible conclusion!
Well then, let's hear it.
So where was Marshall? Wait. What is this supposed to mean? Like, which one is Meekins and which one is... I'm confused here. Is he the victim or the killer? I mean... This one was at the locker, so... That one? Oh. Officer Marshall was standing right here.
There? But that's where the victim, Detective Goodman, was.
Correct. Unless the man wasn't Detective Goodman. Woo. I believe the victim in the video is Officer Marshall. Oh, snap. It's kind of like the, who's that Pokemon? It's it's Goodman. It's Marshall. Fuck. So it was you dressed up like Detective Goodman. But that's preposterous. Officer Meekins witnessed the detective at the crime scene. Once he saw the man's face, he'd know for sure. May I point out, though, that Officer Meekins did not know Detective Goodman. He also testified about the man's reaction when confronted. He freaked the fuck out. So, when I entered the evidence room, I asked him to show his card, sir. Yes? And how did Detective Goodman respond? He suddenly pulled a knife on me. Something about the officer's story puzzled me. If the man had his ID card, why didn't he just show it?
Yes, he would have needed it to enter the evidence room, so he must have been carrying it.
The answer is simple. He couldn't show it. Oh? As you can see, Detective Goodman's picture is on his card. Oh, yeah, that's true. It would have.
Oh, I get it.
So if he showed that, his cover would have been blown. Whoopsie doodle. Officer Meekins would have realized the man wasn't Detective Goodman. Do you have anything to say to this, Officer Marshall? Oh. Oh, are you gonna... Wait, ugh. I'm just waiting. You've got quiet imagination, partner. We got a term for that. It's called circumstantial evidence. Sure, you know what that means, but you don't know how a fingerprint locker works. Circumstantial evidence? He's still denying it. So you're gonna have to do better than that to break a detective. You're not a detective! Unless you have hard evidence proving I dressed up as the victim. You're the fingerprints of blood! And you're not wearing gloves. Well, you're wearing fingerless gloves.
I can't say I particularly care for your uncooperative disposition.
Can't. Shut up with the facial hair. That's the one thing that really bugs me, is the facial hair stuff. Ugh. So, I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining.
Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that Officer Marshall dressed up as the victim?
Here, let's save just in case. I can see that fear in your eyes, partner. Seems you're the one who couldn't take the desert heat. Ack! This can't be happening. It's so obvious he's the one. What can I do? Time to get out just a giant hammer and whack him on the head. Oh. It looks like your lack of experience has finally been exposed. Oh. I'll pass on to you what someone told me when I was just starting out. When you run into a wall with no place to go, return to the basics. Aw, Edgeworth is giving us advice. Look at him. The basics. For me, that would be what Mia used to tell me. Phoenix, try thinking outside of the box. I shouldn't look for proof that Officer Marshall was in disguise. That Officer Marshall was in disguise! but rather, I should look for evidence that came about because he was in disguise. Why do you think this locker was opened in the first place?
What do you mean?
There's no reason for Officer Marshall to open his locker at the time of the crime. Yet, he did, despite the chance it might be discovered later, as it has been. Which means he didn't originally plan to open his locker.
According to the defense's argument, Officer Jake Marshall dressed up as Detective Goodman at the scene of at the time of the crime. Then, after the crime was committed, he opened his own locker for some unknown reason.
Ooh. The fact that a white cloth seems to be a cloth is sticking out of the locker seems to indicate that he opened it in order to put the cloth inside.
So, just what exactly is this piece of cloth?
It's probably the jacket, right?
It's white. He was wearing mostly white.
So perhaps Perhaps the video is the key to all our unanswered questions. Oh no, do we have to keep watching the video? So I don't have any evidence, so this video is my only shot.
Very well. Let's take yet another look at the security tape. Oh. After committing the crime, the witness opened the locker to put away the white cloth.
Here, let me... Saving again.
Please show us why the witness had to open his locker.
Bam, 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 bam. Why? Why, though? That's already open. Ugh. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, why? So that fell. Hold up. Oh wait, the music still plays when it's paused. God. So there's that. Okay, Meekins comes in. Okay. Okay. We can't see. Blood. Blood. Blood! Blood! I found it! For some reason, you disguised yourself as Detective Goodman and entered the evidence room, though I don't know to what end. Yet.
Yet?
Yeah, right? However, something unexpected had happened. You got blood on your jacket. So Officer Meekins barged in on you. When asked to show your ID card, you pulled a knife on him. However, Officer Meekins panicked, and the white coat you were wearing was soiled with blood.
A bloody white coat.
You couldn't just walk out like that. So you hid the coat in your locker. Not bad, partner. Oh. Alright, bye.
Now then, Officer Marshall. Are you ready to tell us the truth?
Looks like I underestimated y'all. I hope you're happy now, Mr. Edgeworth. 2 years ago, if you were only as half as persistent then as you are today, we all wouldn't have to be here now, will we? Officer Marshall, tell the court what you did. All of it. All right. It seems the time has come. Marshall's confession. So it's gonna be filled with lies, right? I had to do it that day. I just couldn't stand by and let it die. I stole the detective's ID and dressed like him. I planned to take out the evidence. I wasn't expecting Officer Meekins. I knocked him out and managed to escape. I knew which areas wouldn't be caught on the camera. There wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15.
Okay. So the supposed victim was really you.
But there's only one thing I still don't understand. Traces of a large quantity of blood were found on the floor of the evidence room. If no one was murdered, then how could that be? I guess that would be Meekins' blood? I mean, he got in his arm, right? His hand? Yeah. Officer Meekins managed to cut his own hand. My guess is he's the donor. So it was way too much blood for such a small donation. Yeah, did his hand get like mangled? When you say it, you mean... Do you even have to ask, partner? The SL9 incident. 2 years have passed since that case was closed. It was going to completely end with the transferal that day. Not if I have anything to do with it. That incident's not over. But what did you hope to accomplish by sneaking into the evidence room? When a case is closed, only that case's lead detective can look through the evidence. I wanted to have a look at it myself one more time, no matter what the cost. I don't care what anyone says, partner. That case is mine. But Officer Marshall wasn't in charge of that investigation. Why does he care so much about it? That day was my last chance. That's why I... Oh. Okay. Why did you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman? If I didn't make it look like Goodman was carrying out the evidence transferal, I'd be arrested for stealing evidence, which wouldn't get me anywhere. So you did it to fool the security camera.
And the detective's ID card?
I stole that the morning of the incident. So that really was why Goodman started filling out that lost item report. I returned his ID card. I left it on the floor in the prosecutor's office parking lot. So the ID card I found was left there by Officer Marshall? So essentially, you managed to succeed despite your lack of foresight.
What do you mean, partner?
I mean the fingerprint-activated lock, of course. No matter how well you disguise yourself, you can't change your fingerprints. Under normal circumstances, you wouldn't have been able to open that locker yourself.
But he could because the rubber glove just so happened to get stuck in the door.
That means Detective Goodman must have opened the locker before Officer Marshall.
But why?
Sorry, my water bottle's loud. You pulled a knife on Officer Meekins and tried to drive him off? Let's just say I was a little surprised. I only planned on being in the evidence room for no more than 5 minutes. I didn't think anyone would actually come in during that short time.
Officer Meekins is certainly a 1 in a million type of person.
Yeah.
Mistaking a detective for an intruder and demanding to be shown his ID.
I'll have to think a little more about his raise this year.
Aw, he's gonna get a raise. Probably for his healthcare.
When did Edgeworth get so much influence? Anyway, he threw himself at me, and I ended up cutting him slightly. I'm sorry it had to turn out that way, with me knocking him out and everything. By the way, what happened to your knife? Oh, you mean this one? Oh, you've had it the whole time. Okay. I don't know what to say.
So you knocked Officer Meekins out and
managed to escape. Okay. So you did your research beforehand. Those who go into the desert unprepared don't live long, partner. I didn't think it would make a difference, though. The security tape is erased every 6 hours. If all had gone as planned, no footage would have been left. However, you bloodied your coat in your struggle with Officer Meekins. So if someone was in the security room when I came out, the jig would have been up. I opened my locker and stashed it in there. What was Officer Meekins doing during that time? What else? He was sleeping like a baby.
So what you're saying is, on that day...
But the blood found at the scene certainly indicates a crime took place. What are you, blind? The victim shown on that tape is me, and I'm not dead yet, partner. So you stole the evidence from the locker? Actually, no, I didn't. Why not? When I opened the locker, the evidence was already gone. I mean, the glove was still there.
What? Mr. Edgeworth, where is that evidence?
It's still missing, Your Honor. So Detective Goodman's locker was already empty. Someone else stole the evidence. Officer Marshall, may I ask you one thing? Fire away, partner. It's a free country. Just remember, I'm also free to decide whether or not to answer. So why did you do this? Stealing a detective's ID? Injuring a police officer? This is no small offense. Moreover, you're an officer yourself. This will have serious consequences. It can't just be forgiven with a simple cut in salary. Not that salary cuts are ever a valid solution. Like I said, this isn't your case. This one is mine. And I'll do anything it takes to get an answer I'm satisfied with.
The witness has an unusual amount of zeal. Let's hear more.
I don't want to listen to this guy anymore. He's been lying the whole time. Can't just forget the SL9 incident. You know why? Cut the salary to 0, yeah. But that case was solved 2 years ago, wasn't it?
That's the reason the evidence was stored in the evidence room.
Joe Dark was convicted for his crimes. One thing I can say for sure is he deserved his sentence.
I remember the Joe Dark case. It involved serial murders, didn't it?
I don't intend to complain about how it turned out, but there's something that still bothers me. Something went down at that trial. Something no one will talk about.
Confused. What happened?
Wasn't he there? Wasn't the judge there? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. Why is he so concerned with that incident? Maybe I should present to him what I think his real reason is. What is his real reason? Okay. I had a feeling we'd wind up here sooner or later. Everyone involved here is related in some way to that case. I'd better take another look at the files. Okay. Plan to take out evidence. Knocked him out. Managed to escape. There wasn't any murder. You know why? Here, saving it. Just make things easier. Oh yeah. Marshall. The name Marshall's on this list. Oh wow. They were witnesses? Okay. Yeah. Officer Marshall, I think I understand. I think I know why you care so much about the SL9 incident. Sounds like you've been sipping too much That reminds me of Avatar. It's the quenchiest. You've been sipping too much cactus juice, partner. I have the SL9 incident file here. The name Marshall is mentioned in here. Oh. In a list of murder victims. Aww. Like, okay, yeah. Neil Marshall. Are you related to this man? Neil Marshall? Yeah, I'm sure you've heard the name. 2 years ago, he received the same lousy prosecutor award you got. What? A prosecutor? He must have been talking about the King of Prosecutors award. Now I remember. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He handled the SL9 case before I did. That's right. He was killed. And the case fell into your hands. But what's his relation to you? Yeah. Aw. He was my brother. He was investigating the murders with Damon Gant, then the then deputy chief of police. They all look like anime characters. I mean, they are. But, like, anime characters from different genres. Like, we got film noir and, like, western, spaghetti western. Hey, that's why he went to go eat spaghetti. Spaghetti western. That makes sense now. I get it. The group of detectives I was part of worked under them. We were desperate to prosecute the killer. Ooh. Joe Dark. My brother fought Dark and was killed. That was the first time Dark left behind any evidence. That was all we needed. Oh yeah. They're like the Elite Four. Not even just Pokemon of in what is it? Kill the Kill. Sorry. I just the song played in my head like don't lose your way. I'm like what's the anime brain? I need the anime, not the song. He was arrogated and incarcerated. The case was finally closed, at least according to the public records. What do you mean? My brother couldn't have been killed by Joe Dark. I knew my brother better than anyone. No one could have beaten him in a fight. Aww. Buddy's in denial. And that's it? That's your reason for your insane actions? There's more to my brother's death than what the records say. No matter how much you try to hide it, You can't fool me.
Well, at least one thing's for certain. Now we know what happened at the police department on the day of the crime.
Not technically a crime, but like, I don't know. It's crime worthy. That was the last day the SL9 case could be reopened. Not satisfied with its resolution, Officer Marshall planned to steal the evidence. Disguising himself as Detective Goodman, he entered the evidence room. Officer Meekins confronted him, so he rendered him unconscious and fled. Yes, this mystery has finally been cleared up. No murder took place at the police department that day. Oh. The things that happened by chance never cease to amaze. At exactly the same time as the murder at the prosecutor's office, this fake murder was going on at the police department. Oh, so they didn't move the body. 'Cause I thought they put Goodman's body in the trunk at the evidence room building. So chance? It's gotta be more than just that.
So if no one was murdered at the police department on the day of the crime, that means the murder in the prosecutor's office parking lot was the real one.
Which, in turn, means only one person could have committed the crime. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye. Oh, yeah. We're back to that, aren't we? But wait! A verdict wasn't reached in yesterday's trial. Which is why we examined the incident at the police department today. But there's only one reason the defendant was not convicted yesterday. Yeah. Quick heel turn with Edgeworth. There yet remained the mystery of the simultaneous murder at the police department. It seems to me this boy's got the draw on you, partner. All of the mysteries at the police department have been resolved. No doubt about it. Our sole murder took place at the prosecutor's office. The only suspect is Lana Skye. And the testimony of one Miss Angel Starr is completely incontestable. No, wait. No, that's not true. We proved that she lied the whole time. If you have a response, make it a single word or less. Fuck. Yeah. I mean, close enough to fuck. Let Phoenix say fuck. I rest my case. You didn't. What was the case?
No! It seems the trial has reached its conclusion. There's no room for doubt.
Well done, Mr. Wright. Thanks to you, I didn't need to waste my time disproving the alleged murder at the police department. Wait a minute. So there's no doubt what I proved today is true. The apparent murder on the security camera's tape was really fake. But I didn't realize that would end up proving Lana guilty. Whoopsie doodle.
Now then, the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant. Stop it, stop.
Oh! There's Emma. Your Honor, wait! Emma! The defense has an objection. A scientific objection. Right? What do you mean, right?
Mr. Wright. Are you this girl's guardian?
Your Honor? Oh, in a sense. Please, Your Honor. All I'm asking is for a minute of your time. Please hear me out.
Yeah, she was a witness to SL9 incidents.
Mr. Edgeworth, please. I don't want to leave any loose ends. You want a minute? I'll give you 3.
Aw, Edgeworth. That's so nice. Like, that's the nicest thing I've ever heard him say. You know, like...
I was kind of in shock. I mean, finding out the SL9 incident referred to the Joe Dark killings.
Now that she mentions it, the names of both Sky sisters were in that file.
But that's when I figured it out. I mean, what Officer Marshall was trying to do that day. So I knew his fingerprint had nothing to do with the crime. That left only one thing. The other handprint.
Oh yeah, we forgot about the other handprint.
You mean the traces of blood found on Detective Gumshoe's locker?
But no fingerprints were found on it, right?
No, but I figured if I'd examined it scientifically, I'd be sure to find a clue. So, I ran over there and looked at it again.
So did you find something?
No.
Oh. I was kidding.
No.
Huh?
Sorry, I guess I'm not much of a scientific investigator after all.
Is that all?
Please don't be mad. I'm just a high school student.
I mean, I'm not mad, but like, why are you on the stand?
But Mr. Wright, those traces of blood are the only clue we have. If we can't find something wrong with them, please, Mr. Wright, you're a professional. If anyone can save Lana, it's you.
Me? Oh boy. Time's up. Now then, Mr. Wright. With regard to the incident at the police department, does any reasonable doubt remain?
It appears the defense is troubled by the other blood mark. Looking at the floor plans, a handprint was discovered around here. Is there a problem with this? Mr. Wright, I'm sorry I can't be of more use. But still, if you can't find anything wrong with that blood mark, Lana will be...
Please answer my question, Mr. Wright. We don't have all day. Okay, what? I'm gonna save. Okay. Yes, Your Honor. If I've ever needed to concentrate, it's now. So what could be wrong with that handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker? Could there be something I'm missing? I'm obviously going to object. Obvioso. I object. So, this handprint was left at the crime scene. Clearly shows a contradiction. Oh?
The only thing that seems clear is you're grasping, Mr. Wright.
You've been staring pretty intently at those floor plans. Tell me, is there a problem with them?
Yes, this is strange. Take a good look at these floor plans. Look at this photograph. Something is missing. Missing? You mean something hasn't been drawn on there? Yes. Something that, when drawn, will completely change the meaning of the blood mark.
Let us pray the defense isn't simply trying to buy time. Very well, Mr. Wright.
With all this evidence here, there's gotta be something I can use.
The question is, which item can prove something is missing on the floor plans?
Which item can prove... The glove? Which item can prove something's missing? I guess this. Oh. As they say back west, even a blind man can hit with buckshot. That is, as long as he's facing in the general direction. Oh, is that not it? It seems Mr. Wright's not sure which direction to face. It's no use. The more evidence there is, the greater chance of me being wrong. Just calm down, Mr. Oh, okay. That wasn't it. Oh! It's the little doody-doo. It's the little boy. It's our boy. Okay, what is that? It's our boy. The blue badger. Okay, allow me another chance. Oh. Oh. Get a freebie. Bam, bam, bam. Was allegedly dancing. I love that. What about that piece of plywood? The blue badger, mascot of the police force. Defender of truth, guardian of proof. Explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Please look at the floor plans on the scene of the crime. The blue badger is not here. So watch what happens when we put him in. This is where he was dancing at the time of the crime. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, it was hidden behind it. Well,
what?
Gasp! That's right. So long as the blue badger is dancing here, it would be impossible to place a handprint at this spot on the locker! What? Oh, I got shot. Metaphorically. With my word bullets. It's like Danganronpa all over again.
So that means, just exactly what does that mean?
It means it can't be done.
What are you saying? Blood traces were undeniably found on that locker.
Don't look at me. I didn't put it there. Mr. Wright, think it through scientifically. Okay, Emma. On that afternoon, Officer Meekins was the one who brought the blue badger to the evidence room, right? After he put it down, it would be impossible to leave a handprint on that locker. So that must mean this blood mark was left there before the blue badger was brought in?
Just one moment. I will not allow such far-fetched balderdash in my courtroom.
Is that the new Pokemon? That would actually be a really cool, like, if it wasn't Surfetched, it would be like Balderdash. I don't know. I like pun names. It may sound far-fetched, Your Honor, but it's the only possible explanation. On February 21st, in the police department's evidence room, blood was spilled not once, but twice. Oh, but how? One time was captured on this tape taken by the security camera. Officer Meekins cut his hand, from which a trivial amount of blood fell. The problem is the other time. So there were 2 crimes? 3 crimes? Look at all these crimes. Someone bled prior to the struggle shown on this tape. It had to have been... I know. Like, you're doing so many crimes that you don't have enough time to be gay. Like, why would you do that to yourself? If it had to have been Detective Goodman when he was really murdered. Okay. That's ridiculous. I refuse to accept your absurd claim. The murder portrayed in the security tape has been proven to be a fake. However, that does not explain the blood mark I found on the locker. So then, assuming this murder you purport really happened, when did it take place? I demand to show evidence that proves when it occurred. When did the first incident occur? Whoopsie doodle.
To summarize, the defense claims that prior to Officer Meekins being cut by Jake Marshall, who was posing as Detective Goodman, another incident took place in that evidence room.
That's right. The blood mark on the locker proves this.
Very well, then tell us. When did this first incident occur? As Mr. Edgeworth said, proof must be presented.
Proof that shows when the murder took place. There's only one piece of evidence that can show that.
Now then,
What? Which one is that? Ouch. What shows when the first crime took place? The ID list! Hold up. Wait. I'm so confused. A420. 420 Make-A-Wish. When the first crime took place. No, I didn't mean to do that. That was my mistake. Wait, hold on. Then don't. Oh. Whoopsie. That was a mistake. Okay. Going back. What shows when the first crime... I'm going to check it. First crime. Is it the locker? Oh! No, it's not.
He said that. Oh yeah. Here, I'll try the list. I'm just saying because it's still. Oh wait, okay. So Marshall stole Good. Yeah, he did steal Goodman's ID. Okay. No. Something sus here. Okay. Oh, yes. If the crime took place inside the evidence room, then the killer would have had to enter it. In order to do so, an ID card would have been required. Oh, an ID card. Oh, the ID card record. Oh, ho, ho. Officer Meekins brought the Blue Badger panel into the evidence room at... Let's see here. 4:50 p.m. If the crime took place before that time, then it would be 4:40 p.m. Ah! Ah! Miles Edgeworth, just what have you done? I never would have figured you had the nerve, boy. Drop the act, witness. It doesn't take a lot of thought to figure out. It couldn't have been me. Nope, I ain't getting it. Shut up, Marshall. I'm gonna bash you in the head. I'm afraid I don't understand either. It's clear from the luminol test that blood was there. However, when the second crime took place, both Officer Meekins and Officer Marshall failed to notice the blood. That means the blood from the first crime was wiped away by the real murderer. It would have been just 10 minutes to murder the victim, carry his body away, and clean up the blood. Unfortunately, that's physically impossible. That would mean the crime must have taken place before Mr. Edgeworth entered the evidence room. So let's look at the chart again. It's the blank one. Hey, it's on 420. There's only one other card number remaining. 7777777. 7 sevens. Talk about a lucky number. But wait, that doesn't make sense. How could Detective Goodman have entered the evidence room? Since there's no record of his card being used beforehand, he must have entered along with the real murderer. That's the only plausible explanation. He went in with 77777. Mr. Edgeworth, please look into this ASAP. Find out whose number is 7777777. Oh, that's 1 7 too many, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I'm unable to look up the owner of that card. At least at present. All the 7s. What? Explain yourself, son. The ID number belongs to someone with a rank of captain or higher. Someone who is a so-called executive officer. We don't have the authority to inquire into such a person's identity. So we kind of know who it is. But that's ridiculous. Just how... I'm not finished talking, Mr. Wright. Alright, finish talking then. There's one situation in which we can be granted with such authority. If an official charge filed against an executive is accepted. An official charge. You're all alike, aren't you?
with your cover-ups and your forgeries. Okay. Stop. The more you talk about this, the more people are gonna suspect you. So shut your mouth, Marshall. I felt sorry for you for like a minute when I found out about your brother. That's how the prosecutor's office operates. Take his mouth. Just take his boots away. He'll be like 3 inches shorter. I take pride in my work, Officer Marshall. I would appreciate it if you would keep your slander to yourself. Slander, is it? Okay. Let me ask a question. Yes. No, not you. To her. The defendant sitting over there. Your own little executive. But Lana? Lana's been here? Don't be stupid. She's been charged with murder. Of course, we've looked up her ID number. And it's not 7777777. Don't play me for a fool, partner. That's not what I want to ask. All I want to know is one thing about that incident. The SL9 incident? Answer me this, Chief Prosecutor. In that trial 2 years ago, did you really only use legitimate evidence? Oh. Oh, hi, Lana. Do you need the witness to repeat his question, Chief Prosecutor? I heard him fine, Mr. Edgeworth. 2 years ago, I was in charge of the prosecution for that trial. At the time, we felt the powerlessness of the law. At least, I did. What? Lana? I became a prosecutor in order to suppress crime with the law. But before I realized it, we were the ones being suppressed by the law.
Defendant, just what are you saying?
I'll ask you again, Chief Prosecutor. During that trial 2 years ago, did you really present all the evidence in court? Can you look at me, an investigator in that crime, in the eye and say what you did?
Chief Prosecutor, you didn't.
I don't have to, Officer Marshall. Oh! Why won't you answer him? Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to in order for him to get the verdict he deserved. But Lana! Even if it involved forging evidence. Oh. Alright. See? That's what I'm talking about. Ouch. No. No! Order! Uh-oh. Lana's remarks called chaos in the courtroom could not be quelled. The conclusion of the trial would have to wait until the following day. Oh, to be continued. Okay. Yeah, I'll leave this chapter here for today. I promise a longer stream tomorrow. I just kind of got lost in the sauce of life. But here, for anybody who wants, I guess, another notification that I'm streaming, I have my my Discord channel. Let me put the link in there. So I will end things off like I usually do, and I'll find the kitty. She just woke up. Oh, the purse. The baby purse. So, I got her some new toys today, so she would stop biting my fingers. It hasn't worked. She still likes my fingers more. So I'll end things off by saying good morning, good afternoon, good night, good luck, good riddance, and stay safe. And give a smooch to your local kitty today. Oh, the big yawns, the big sleepies. Mwah. Bye. Thanks for sticking around.